Good morning. Happy Monday to you, my dear. Here we are starting our new month, the month of April, with our first mindset mastery video. This is us being mindfully motivated for mindset mastery. So if you've been with me on these sessions before, I'm going to pull a few cards, but also the first step is to reflect upon what's happening with the moon phases, because that's a really important piece for our own evolution and our own coming into self-acceptance, empowerment, and elevating and up-leveling who you truly are. So all that being said, this week we're going to be quite powerfully affected or influenced by the full moon in the sign of Libra, and that will arrive for us in 3 days' time on April 6th. I love it when it's in Libra. Libra is such a beautiful sign, but it's also about balance. And I was reflecting upon this, about this idea of balance, because the other thing is April, from a numerology point of view, is an 11 month. And so that is also about balance and illumination and lighting up, because it gives us the energy of the 11 as well as the 2, because you add the 2 digits together. So again, coming into that sense of balance. So balance, self-acceptance, harmony, happiness. What makes your heart sing? Are you aligning with your most auspicious dreams, desires, and inner guidance? This powerful full moon can provide us with some of that. And a full moon is also like, a full moon is where we harvest, or we get the resolution or the completion of what we've been working on. So check in with yourself. The intentions that you set roughly 6 months ago at the Libra new moon, how are they? Is this a time to let go of goals and intentions and ideas that aren't serving you anymore, or who you've become? And have you actually realized some of them without even pausing to kind of pat yourself on the back and realize that you have created something, that you have up-leveled? So that's the vibe that we're sitting in. Like I say, it's the full moon in Libra, also known as the pink moon. And so feel into that. This is a beautiful time for reflection, but also to look at your balance between your doing and your being, your inner and your outer. Of course, harmony and happiness and balance always starts within. So do you need some space and time to reflect upon this a wee bit more and just feel into, and also, so I'm just remembering, one of my favorite questions to suggest you use is, how do I feel about myself here? So what I'm referring to with that is, with here can be with this decision, with this project, with this idea, with this mindset, or with these people. How do I feel about myself? And it's a beautiful way to become a wee bit of a detective, because sometimes we can feel a wee bit discombobulated or a wee bit nervous about something, but we also have a sense of, yes, this is me aligning with what I'd love to create and experience and what lights me up. But there's other times where we kind of feel, well, I might be a wee bit uncomfortable, or I feel a little bit heaviness, or I feel a little bit like this isn't the right place for me or the right way for me. This is all about really accessing and pausing and finding your rhythm for checking in with yourself. So if I say anything on these sessions that make you question or wonder or need some support or help, please put it in the comments below or message me directly. This is about allowing yourself to surrender to the guidance that's already there for you. But sometimes we can get too much into our head and forget that we need to listen to our heart's guidance. We need to let go of mindsets or ideas that aren't serving us anymore. So what do you need to let go of? Where is your sense of harmony and balance and rhythm and ease and peace? Where is it? And are you having enough of it? Are you acknowledging enough of it in your life? Yes or no? Now, all that being said, we're going to pull our first card. So whenever these kind of full moon guidance pieces come up, sometimes it's time to really let go. So you know how I said that the full moon is the resolution, the realization, the harvest, the culmination of what it is you've been working on. But also sometimes an intention that you may have set or a goal that you may have set 6 months ago might have felt right at that point, but is not aligned with the truth of you or where you're going or who you're becoming. So all that being said, let's see, what can we focus on letting go as we get bathed by this beautiful Libra full moon? And interestingly enough, the card that's come up for us on this one is a sense of lack. So where does that come up for you? Do you sometimes find yourself comparing yourself to other people? Do you find yourself feeling like you have to hustle and do more and create more and achieve more before you can find that sense of peace or balance or happiness? Do you need to have a wee reminder to say, I have everything that I need right in this moment? Put your hand over your heart and acknowledge what you do have rather than what you don't have. You know, that reminds me of something I've said recently too, is that the law of attraction is always working for us. So when we have a desire, I need this, or I want this, or I'd love to manifest this, it's answered. But then when we focus on what's not here, we can get stuck in that idea of a sense of lack. But we also need to understand that the law of attraction is a wee bit like the law of preferences. In order to get really clear on all the things that make you feel abundant and successful and in flow, sometimes we visit, but it's only a visit of the things that aren't there or are not showing up. So see how that lands for you. So as I was riffing on that, sense of lack is a big one. This is a beautiful time to just look at that and release it if it's coming up for you. And so as I was riffing on that, I'm shuffling the tarot cards to see what tarot card comes up. And I just had a wee peek. It's awesome. It's the Magician. So that's a beautiful one coming on the tails of that letting go of a sense of lack. The Magician is reminding you that you have everything that you need within you. The Magician is a magical essence, but it's also reminding us that we are powerful beyond measure. We are gifted beyond what we can sometimes see or acknowledge. So where's the Magician in you? And can you start looking at what it is you can do rather than what you can't do? Very important reset. And remember too that when you want to see or manifest or create change outside of you in your environment around you, it must start internally first. So see how that shows up for you this week as you move forward with these energies. And so now we're going, the third deck of cards is the Healing with the Angels, and I like to pull 3 of these ones to really find some good guidance and connection with what we've been sharing with this new week. And then we'll finish off with one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth cards. The first one is Soulmate. I love that. So there, see the duality, the yin and yang, the inner and outer. We are our own soulmate, but it's to find that duality within yourself. Is it balanced? Is it feeling ease? And always remember how much support you have. Energetically, we all have abundant support around us. But sometimes if we get too much in our thinking space, overthinking, we forget the support. So in order to help us remember it is to tap into your own nature. That's to tap into your inner nature, your divine nature. But also sometimes a beautiful way to do that is to go out in nature so that you can hear the whispers of guidance through the bird song around you or the gust of wind that picks up when you're thinking of something. See if you can, when you're going out, is use the world around you a wee bit like an oracle. And that's a beautiful way to cultivate some inner peace. So if you have something to work out or a choice to make or a question of how do I feel about myself here, making this choice, making this intention, releasing these other goals that don't serve me anymore, and just go out in for a walk and see what comes up, see what guidance lands for you, because your inner guidance is there waiting for you. And sometimes your inner guidance is the vehicle that this supporting energy comes to you with, or through, I should say. Okay, lots of stuff in this one. Let me know if you need any more support or guidance in this area, because this is a powerful start for us. April moving forward is the beginning of the astrological year. It's the sign of Aries, and lots of things to do, but from an uplifted, balanced, harmonious way, if that makes sense. So all that being said, let's see what card comes up for us today for the Liberate. This is the Liberate Your Inner Truth deck that I've developed. And this is perfect. Perfectly aligned. They always are. This one is I Am Evolving. New and exciting things happen as I am intuitively guided to explore new possibilities and potentialities for my life. My life is continually changing and I am evolving to greater spheres of love and blessings. And you are. I trust you can feel into that and see that yourself. I wish you a beautiful week ahead. I wish you an amazing experience with that pink moon, the full moon in the sign of Libra that's coming in a couple of days. And like I said, if you need any more support or guidance in this area, pop me a message or put it in the comments below. Much love to you. Have a great week.